What's going on, guys? So, I know every time you watch one of my videos, when I set my camera up over here, you always see this deer, right? And so, I haven't done a story on him yet, and today is going to be the day that I tell you the story of him. So, let's get the door almost set up. He's right here. Alright, that deer, okay? I'm pretty sure some of you want to hear the story. Anyways, first things first, 2016 was the year when I started hunting deer. I told my dad, I was like, you know what, I want to start doing it. I didn't have my hunter safety, so we did have to do the hunter mentor program, which is a person who has their hunter safety and is over the age of 18 can, guide you. Well, it's not really a guided hunt, but, can guide you. And it was my dad, my uncle, Rick Ratcliff, my brother, Zach, and my dad. And, so, about October 1st, we went out to where I shot my deer with a bow. Well, that wasn't, I didn't shoot him yet. This is my first year, and sorry, my dog's barking. But, sorry about that. But, so, October 1st, my dad gets his truck stuck out there, and for 3 days we had to hike down, and my uncle came and got us. So, and then I think it was like a couple days later, I went with my brother, Zach, and we went out to an area out in the desert, and we didn't see any deer. And then it was around October 13th, right after my birthday, and we went out to a place that I've never been before, and where a lot of my family members have shot their deer. And we were driving to the spot, and then we parked the truck, and we looked behind us, and about 800 yards from the road were some deer, and that was just too long of a shot. And we were looking at, I was looking at the deer, and I seen he had his head down. I was like, I can't tell, is that his bush or his antlers? And he picked his head up, and I was like, holy crap. And so, I knew it was a big deer. So me and my dad would go up, and when the deer feed over the ridge, we'd get up on the hill, and my dad had to get me set up for the shot, and just like that, my dad gets a phone call, and his phone goes off, and he's like, darn it. And then the deer went down this jaw and went up on the other jaw, and I was laughing, and my dad's like, it's not funny. He's just kind of mad. And so we go down the jaw, and we get up, and the deer is just feeding across, like, I don't know, like, maybe 100 yards, and we hear ring, ring, and we look up on the hill, and this guy on the side-by-side's coming, and then the deer drop off, and I went to take a shot, and it was high and left, and I hit him, like, barely nicked his butt cheek, and like I don't think there's any blood, just hair. And so you go down, and my uncle and my brother, oh yeah, I gotta say this, before we went off and split, well, we go up, and there's this little 2x3, and my brother went and shot it, and my uncle went with him. So me and my dad split, and we went up the hill. Alright, and then let's fast forward, and then they spot the deer run across the bottom, beds down this jaw, and I have the video. And so there's bedded down. We get in like 80 yards, and I forgot what gun I was shooting. It was a 243, I think, right? Yeah. He was sitting there down at 80 yards, and all I saw was his neck and his head. Well, I don't want to do a headshot, but I thought where like the body would be at, and I shot, and I hit him right between the shoulders and spine, and dropped him. And I mean, so before I shot him, my uncle, he says he's a 7x7, and I know a 4x4 would be like a good deer, and a 7x7 is actually like a really good deer. And so I was like, oh wow. And so they took like, I don't know, I'd say well over 80 pictures of me and stuff like that, and I was like, oh wow, I don't even know that's a big deer. And then as soon as we got into town and got service, and man, I was blowing up all over Instagram, stuff like that. I had like 5 people repost my picture, and so couple months go by. My dad, he got me and my mom and my sister up and stuff like that, and then he's telling me how this guy from Avid Hunting, which is they're on YouTube too, and really big people on Instagram. And they hit my uncle up and wanted to get a story on the deer, and because they were like, oh wow, because they said I was being in a magazine. And I was really surprised. I'm like, wow, I'm being in a magazine for my first year. That's actually great. And a couple months later, I mean, I told a couple of my friends, and I'm looking on Instagram on my phone, and I just keep scrolling, and I see this post from Avid Hunting, and I'm like, wow. And then I see the picture of my deer, and I see Avid Hunting on top, and I'm like, wait a minute, it looks like the front page, or like the front cover. And yeah, sure enough, I'm front cover, and they're down in Utah, so a bunch of people went down to Salt Lake, and they got a bunch of my pictures, and here, I'll show you real quick. Oh, it looks backwards. It looks backwards, kind of, but yeah, this is because of my phone and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, that's the front cover. It looks a bit different because it is backwards. I don't know if my camera does that, but I don't know. Anyways, you see the deer right there, and I'll show you, like, I have him to where he's like looking out my door. So like here, I'll show you this. So like when you're like, okay, so let's say like you're me, and you're like walking through the house, and you just like look in my room. There's a big deer just staring at you. Anyways, his gross score was 178. That's gross. So and I think net was like 160. But his bases not 7, like 6.5, 7. I think they're 7. He's pretty heavy. He has dual kickers on each side. And then what's cool about it on this side is he kind of moves out, and he would have had a third cheater right there the next year. Big ol' eye guards too. His forks aren't that deep, but where I shot him was more of a desert area than it was a timber area, and his horns are just dark chocolate. Pretty good mount, shoulder mount. Love him. But yeah, when I'm sleeping, I get this view of him. He's just a good deer. Just for my first year, I'm super happy. And see, that's my brother's deer. That's my article, and that's my dad. My dad shot that deer the same day. But yeah. And there's my tag. But anyways, that's my first deer. I'll add some pictures in. This is gonna be a long video. Sorry about that, guys, but peace. Oh yeah, wait, I'll show you some pictures, and you can enjoy some music too.
Fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays.